Now let's talk about celebrity diet fads. Sometimes they can all seem a little crazy, like eating just raw liver or clay, or even downing apple cider vinegar shots. But when it comes to strange diets, Gwyneth Paltrow takes the cake, even if she isn't eating any of it. Let me ask you a question. What is the quickest way to lose weight? Starvation is one way to go. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that it may help. But it's definitely an odd and unhealthy advice. And that's probably why Paltrow is making headlines. She's an American actress and entrepreneur. She recently gave the skinny on her diet plan, and the internet is not having it, much like the food she seems to be eating on a regular basis. In a podcast recently, she detailed her meticulous daily routine. It left the viewers aghast. So why is her advice going viral? Let's start with what she eats in a day. Her first meal, if it can be called a meal, is at noon. It's bone broth. It's followed by an early dinner with lots of vegetables, and Paltrow exercises for an hour between these meals. Many are saying this sounds like colonoscopy prep. Some say they're losing calories just by listening to it. Paltrow is now being called an almond mom. It's a derogatory term, almond mom. It refers to middle-aged women who are obsessed with thinness and fad diets and eat very little. They encourage eating a handful of almonds to tide over hunger. She's also being blasted for disordered eating under the cloak of a celebrity diet fad. And this is not the first time she's got into trouble for making a claim. In 2018, her company paid $145,000 in civil penalties. This was over false claims about one of their wellness products. They advised drinking only goat milk for a week to fight parasites in the body. Experts slammed it. They said this advice lacks evidence and could lead to foodborne illness. Now, this time, after the controversy broke out, Paltrow defended herself. She says this advice is not meant for everyone. And just because the diet has worked for her doesn't mean it will work for everyone. As true as that may be, dietitians say it can barely work for anyone because this is restricted eating. Middle-aged women require anywhere between 1,800 to 2,200 calories a day. And this diet falls way short of that. And more than anything else, Paltrow is being criticized for promoting under-eating. The fact of the matter is that she has a platform of influence, and she's not the only influencer promoting strange or unhealthy diets. When celebrities share their habits, they influence thousands of people, especially impressionable youngsters. And weight loss is an Olympic sport for most celebrities. They look a certain way today, and then a few months later, they're barely recognizable. We understand that they face relentless body shaming. They're perhaps forced to navigate all of it in ways that they deem fit, excuse the pun. But ordinary people are also exposed to all of this pressure. They're bombarded with images of unrealistic body types day in and day out, and sometimes they stop and think, if they can do it, why can't we? But that's not the question we should be asking. The question here is, do we need to jump on these trendy diets? Will they help us? Most of them are unsustainable, not even backed by science. 1 in 10 people experiences negative effects after following celebrity diets. So the next time you're tempted to try one, ask yourself this: is shedding a few extra pounds worth the health risks? Are we chasing an unrealistic illusion? And is forming a bone broth-infused arm of skeletons really worth it?